Hello there, I Never Live channel. It's been a while, but yes, I'm back. And in today's video, I kind of wanted to do a follow-up / part 2 to a topic which I covered recently. And we will get into that, but before I go any further, I do just have to say, you can join these little people up here saying hello to YouTube right now on twitch.tv / iNabber. It's great, it's fun, it's different from the main, it's more casual. You'll probably just... You'll have a good time. You'll have a good time. I'm streaming whenever. You just follow me for updates on other social media platforms. Most days, hopefully, probably not. But follow me on Twitch, where we cover these things live, and you can be a part, because these parasites right here, you can be a part of this, you know? It's great. It's fun. But today, we're speaking about Danielle Cohn, because Danielle, there's a lot of ways to describe Danielle Cohn, and I think at this point, you probably all know what the whole thing is here, about how lying about her age, her family enabling her behavior, stuff like that, and how I actually believe Danielle Cohn is a victim of this entire saga situation, the whole thing surrounding her, you know? It's a very sad story, and recently, Mikey Tua, her ex-boyfriend, came out and spoke about Danielle on a podcast. It was very weird. People were saying Mikey Tua exposes Danielle Cohn's family, stuff like that. To be honest with you, when I was watching this, I kind of felt, chat, that, like, Mikey kind of exposed himself for being a creep. Creep is what I'll say in terms of the YouTube ways. Creep can easily be converted into some words which I'm sure you're all thinking of right now, because the dude was much older than she was when they dated, and she, I believe, was 12/13 at one point. And if you want the full details, please watch my previous video on that right now, which should be on screen. Basically, Danielle Cohn responded to the interview that I covered. This is somebody's video, but I've given a bit of commentary on it. I want to show you guys what Danielle has said. I haven't actually watched this yet, so this is going to be a third reaction. But also, if you wanted a little assumption of what I was thinking about Mikey, you can just look in the chat right now.
In my opinion, really felt like that was him just saying that he was using me. Like, he was like, oh, I was born by the money, so I stayed. Like, what? Like, that really sounds like you were just with me for that. And I don't want to say that because I mean,
for one, the sad reality is that he was with her purely for popularity. There's also some other things which you could argue, which I'm not going to go into because I don't want to be struck down. This guy basically broke the law completely to date this young girl for YouTube clout. It's genuinely quite sickening. She's a baby, says Rogue X-Rated. Yeah, she is still extremely young. I'm not actually 200% sure on what her age is at this point, but I think it's 16, 15. Have I got some oldies in the chat? I'm almost 25, man. And I remember when I was 16, the 16-year-old me was a baby. I was a baby, and I feel like that I needed to protect 16-year-old me at all costs. So I feel very sad that this person, Danielle Cohn, has blatantly been taken advantage by so many people, including her own family, by Mikey Tua and Mikey Tua's family, all in the name of making money and YouTube clout.
I don't know if that was true or not. And you know, for his friend Juju, like, I thought me and Juju were good.
So Danielle Cohn finally learned that her
I don't know who this guy is.
Boyfriend Mikey Tua was using her for clout and money. And I guess right now everyone's raving because they're like, what the is going on? Like, what is Danielle Cohn's real age? I mean, I don't think anyone will ever know. But for Mikey Tua to find out...
I mean, it's not actually hard to find. I've just got a really bad memory. I'm pretty sure her birth certificate is literally on the internet. I also am pretty sure that her dad actually came out and confirmed her age. Let me just Google this. Danielle Cohn's dad literally came out with a birth certificate claiming in 2018 that she is 14 and not 16, which is literally true. Like, you can work this out pretty easily, guys. And this is what I'm saying with the whole Mikey Tua thing of him not knowing about her age. It was so obvious that she was what age she was. I mean, she even looked incredibly young, you know what I mean? And she still does. But then it kind of gets a bit weird because recently, Michael Weist, now, I don't know if you guys remember this guy. This is a person who you will see and you're going to get like some flashbacks. This is going to genuinely take you back about 3 years. Now, if you were a Shane Dawson fan in 2018, you will remember this guy. You will remember the man who ran around on a one of those little buggy things. This dude. Do you remember this dude? Michael Weist? Do we remember this guy? Yeah, this guy. So, Michael, or Big Mikey as I like to know him as, he was put the dude in charge of Tanacom. And I don't really hold any grudges against this dude because, I mean, for one, it was years ago. We learn, we grow, we change, you know, all that good internet stuff. But I find it a little bit suspicious that this dude recently uploaded an episode 1 unreleased Danielle Cohn documentary on his YouTube channel. I mean, I haven't heard of this dude in so long. Ever since he was on a Segway, which literally somebody just pointed out in the chat. I haven't seen this dude in a long time. I guess we just take a look at this documentary. Now, there's 2 episodes, which has been released. I think there isn't any more. This is really, really weird. And I'm not sure, I guess, what the point of this is, but I guess he's released this because Mikey Tua has recently been speaking about Danielle Cohn, and she's become a bit of, I guess, a topic again.
Tell me what it feels like having 18 million people following you.
She has now exposed her daughter Danielle for having an abortion at 14 years old.
I immediately can't think that this is unbelievably exploitive. I mean, I don't know anything about what was just said, but like, I think being a fully grown dude and making an entire documentary about this person, the executive producer of this documentary is Michael Weist, who again is the dude from TanaCon from 3 years ago. So this is just a little bit weird, and I guess is what he's been spending his time on since, I mean, he was like, I guess, kicked off the internet, and I think this is unbelievably exploitive.
Danielle
It
Cohn
sucks.
and Mikey Tua have apparently moved on, but they won't stop shading each other.
Danielle's dad, Dustin Cohn, joined YouTube to expose Danielle's real age. Danielle Cohn and her brother, Chad Archibald, shared their top
This is way too dramatic.
Hi, I'm Danielle Cohn. I have about 18.8 million followers. I do YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, just kind of anything you can imagine when someone says social media, and I just post content on it. And I also
why is it in all of these like YouTube documentaries that literally nobody has a good microphone? Like, guys, it's not easy to buy a lapel mic. It's a pretty weird criticism, but Jesus Christ.
music, and yeah, that's basically all.
I'm not gonna
So
sit
I'm
through
gonna
this
grow my
entire
hair out
thing.
because
We're just gonna try and get the gist.
Yeah, a lot of managers have taken my money and just kind of never paid me for deals that I've done, or just, never paid me for deals, scammed me like out of money, just like a lot of
So
times.
I'm guessing like this is her mum, right? Chat, is this her mum? I'm guessing this is her mum. I believe that I've seen multiple photos of her. But yeah.
That's why I just like I just kind of like stay on my own now. I feel like it's better.
Yes, it is, says Candy. It's just weird. I don't want to see that shit, man. Like, why is this... How old is this guy? How old is this dude? Hold on, let me get his age. He's 25 years old. The guy's 25 and making a documentary about this, and it's not even in good faith. Like, if this was a documentary where, you know, he's trying to help this poor girl who is a victim, there's this weird thing on the internet of, like, attacking Danielle Cohn, and I get, like, if it was, like, somebody who is my age, like, if it was a full-grown adult doing the things that she's done in the past, maybe I can get some people coming out being like, oh, Danielle Cohn exposed, but it's like, bro, this is an actual kid, and we're making exposed videos on her. Like, I feel like we should be mainly focusing on the fact that this girl is an actual victim, and a 25-year-old dude who's washed up on the internet is now taking advantage of this by making this weird-ass documentary.
Well, I don't know.
Are you okay? Is your stomach okay? It's all that cheese you got. Mikey.
You fed them cheese?
Yeah.
What is the point of this? I feel like he kind of saw the D'Amelio documentary and thought, you know what, boys? I'm going to try myself and get some of that money.
Handle just because social media is so.
Oh, here we go. Let's just go for the talking
Messy
parts.
breakup last year.
Is it scary being a social media influencer?
Yeah, it's a lot to handle just because social media is so toxic and there's so much negativity and you kind of have to deal
Well, look, I imagine she does get a lot of hatred, like a lot of genuine terrible people. But at the same time, I do feel like 90% of the people speaking about Danielle are like actual people that want to help. I like, as much as I can complain about like the whole titles of Danielle Cohn exposed, stuff like that. Like that, I mean, it's not the end of the world. And I think in those videos, for the most part, people do want the best for this girl. But I also believe that her mom and the people surrounding her have probably warped her mind and plagued her mind, saying that, oh no, this is perfectly fine. You're like more than welcome to do this stuff and make all that money at this young age by doing these things which nobody at your age should be doing. And it ultimately all comes down to the parents, you know?
being on social media and being an influencer. It's like 10 times more than anything else on social media. I think the most toxic part of social media is definitely the haters and the hate comments that you get. People are so negative, and all of your supporters become negative because they're constantly seeing all these like negative comments, and I think that it just kind of ruins the vibe of social media because it can be so like exciting and happy. I'm filming.
If this guy wants to make a documentary on the situation, why not make one calling out his mother? Like, make one documenting and calling out the abuse. Exactly. In my opinion, if he actually cared, he could interview her. But also at the same time, like, as much as like everyone doesn't like Shane, I do feel like at the beginning of his documentaries, he did a good job of like investigating, especially in the Tanacon one. And those documentaries were short and sweet, and I think they were the most enjoyable ones. And ironically, this actually involves this dude again. And I think if it was kind of like that, of where it was actually trying to investigate something and get to the bottom, rather than just blatantly be like, oh, what do you think about the haters you get? I really don't think that's productive whatsoever.
A YouTube video right now.
This just kind of seems to be like a day in the life of Danielle Cohn, and I'm not really shocked that this is an unreleased thing. I don't know if this dude tried to sell this. Yeah, has been only used for internal pitches and development, which technically, what that means, in my opinion, is he's gone to like TV networks and they're like, dude, what is this? Like, what is this? Like, we don't want this on our network, because why would you want this on your network? I mean, for one, it's trash. Like, Michael, I don't don't know. I'm not going to say I don't have a problem with you because this is exploitive, but like, at least get microphones, you know? Not camera mics.
We just don't really know where to put them because it's like, why hang
Is
them
that
all?
Mikey Tua? Is that Mikey Tua? That's Mikey Tua, yeah? Who? Watch my last video. Yeah, I don't know. Is it? I think that's Mikey Tua. I think it is. That is Mikey Tua, right? Mikey Tua podcast. It is. I swear to God. This is the same dude, right? This is her ex-boyfriend. That dude is that dude. Yeah, that's the same dude, right? Just different hair. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this was recorded, I guess, when they were together. And it's mad. Dude, if I looked at this guy, I'd see this guy and think 17, 18 years old. I'd look at this girl and think 14 years old. Like, it's blatantly obvious that this girl is younger than this dude. It's just creepy.
Oh my god, I have it on.
Oh my god.
This is a fake YSL purse. I bought it in Puerto Rico.
She has tattoos. Yeah, I'm not sure how she got tattoos, but at the end of the day, like, she probably just went to an illegal tattoo artist. Which, again, another critique of her mother. It's insane that she's like been allowed to do all of this stuff, but ultimately, her mum probably pockets a bunch of money from this stuff.
Like, all of that stuff, like taking a little bit of DM and stuff, like, and I don't know, a manager, but just helping her on a daily. Because you want to be like, just, you know, you argue and stuff, like, and I don't like that, you know, you argue over the business, like, she signs on to a business deal, like, she takes it up in her DMs, and I have to try to, like, help her with it, and it just starts, like, a little bit of arguments.
I mean, what I can take from this, I think the main reason she's getting upset that Danielle Cohn will try and, like, do her own brand deals is probably because she isn't going to take a cut if Danielle does it herself. I think that's more than likely the case here, but that is just a guess. That is just a game theory in a video game, but yeah.
That's not needed. She doesn't understand, you know, quite, like, all of that stuff, like taking brain nails and then saying, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but then puts it all on me. So when they come,
what are you playing the victim card? Are you like trying to be a victim, like, to your own 14-year-old daughter? That's mental. Like, you are the reason that she is in the position she is in. You are that reason. You allowed her to put the content on YouTube that she was putting on there when she was such a young age. You are the enabler. This person, her mom, I believe, is it's just the worst type of person.
come back, they don't come back and yell at her, they'll come back and yell at me. Because she's like, yeah, I'll do it, you know? And it's hard to get her to do stuff. Like, you can't, the thing with Danny is you can't tell her what to do. She's going to do it when she wants.
You can. You are her mother. You are literally her mum. You are a grown woman who gave birth to this girl. You have the right to tell her what to do, especially at 14 to 16. No, sorry, at any age when she's a kid. I'm just trying to name her age right now, you know? You are a terrible parent.
And at her time.
Hi guys, before we get started with this,
It's mad that she's literally blaming her kid for everything. I know the rest of it.
Like, imagine if you were.
I guess this is Michael Weist, actually. Is this Michael? Is this Big Mike?
it would definitely be a good idea because I do want to start companies myself, so I think it'll be pretty fun. I think it will go pretty well.
Big
Yeah,
Mikey.
for the record, that went beautifully.
Yeah.
10%, like, imagine if you were a 10% owner of Facebook.
I know.
And Bob's last company sold for more than Facebook's worth.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe not now, but
I was gonna make a comment about this dude, but I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it, chat.
when Facebook was at its age that Bob sold it.
I got like these little like, what are they called? Caprese skewers with like this wedge salad. It was so bomb. I've never had airport food that good.
Me neither.
But it is a
Or be able
What
to
is the point of this? Basically, they've done a documentary of where he's gone, so what do you think about the haters? And that's literally it. And then the rest of it is just Danielle Cohn in the day of her life and her weird, creepy boyfriend. It just feels like a vlog.
Literally
Yeah,
walk
someone in the
into
chat
the
basically
airport.
pointed that out.
Having 18 million people follow me feels...
I feel like this question has been asked about 50,000 times now. Is that the Tanacon dude? Yeah, it is.
amazing because to know that so many people support me.
Why is... I just don't get it. And he tried to sell this to a company? What? And now apparently there's a part 2. This is somehow worse than Shane's. This is way worse than Shane's documentary, guys. I mean, it's just...
Cohn and Mikey Tua have apparently moved on, but they won't stop shading each other.
Danielle's dad, Dustin Cohn, joined YouTube to expose Danielle's real age. Danielle Cohn and her brother, Chad Archibald, shared their tough childhood with Dustin and avoided speaking on Danielle's age.
Bro, he's like making some like MTV documentary on a 14-year-old. What's her actual age? Let's just get it up. Danielle Cohn age. Famous birthdays. It doesn't even have her birthday on there. Brilliant. Nice. So she apparently maintains that she's 17, but it's believed that she's between 14 and 16. She's a minor. So, yeah.
How are you? Filming. Okay, so...
Is anything else going to happen in this?
Yeah, why not? Also, she lives like right by. It's so weird now that
This dude has literally just gone round our house with a camera and is just recording everything. What are the comments saying about this? I'm so happy to see somebody finally cares about her well-being. I'm not a fan of hers, but I do care about her safety and mental health. She's such a young girl who deserves to have a child, teenage life, a normal life. Her mother is really using her and taking advantage of her with money. It's just sick. I mean, I don't know who the people that are finally caring about her are, but I completely agree with the other part of the comment for sure. This is a person that's been so badly exploitive, but I don't believe Michael Weist cares about this dude. He's just walking around a house for a day recording her.
you just need to stop caring what social media says.
Yeah.
Like, people tell me I'm pregnant, and I know I'm not pregnant.
Touch her, they can't see her, you know?
How does that make you feel as a mom and like watching your daughter online? How do you protect her? How does that make you feel?
She doesn't protect her. Like, is that even a joke? He doesn't protect her. She doesn't protect her.
Look, someone said...
If she cared about her daughter, she would not let her on social media after everything that's happened.
I'm a bus. I'm getting my nut to you, LOL. Oh my god, stop fighting.
Too much paying for the influencers, TikTok room. And then they post stuff that doesn't even need to be on there. Like, if you post something, like anytime I post something on my story, it's automatically on there. And it could not even be about the situation that they think it's about.
Do you think those channels negatively affect
So talking about T channels here.
your mental state?
Yeah, they do.
How do you think
So wait. So she's complaining that people affect her or Danielle's mental state. You're the reason that this stuff's happening. This is just basically, I feel like I'm being emotionally blackmailed right now. It's like, you're making my daughter feel sad because you're criticizing me for allowing her on the internet to do these really bad things when she's a very young person. And I mean, she's feeling sad, guys. I mean, yeah, I get she's feeling sad because you've literally brainwashed her into thinking it's normal what she's doing, and you've somehow convinced her that people like me are the bad guy for trying to actually, well, I'm just trying to get this out here and try to help in some form of way. Like, the channels that cover this aren't the problem.
it affects like your career too?
It can affect your career because if you constantly have negative stuff on you.
I'm glad. I really hope that this video, like, this is gonna sound terrible, but I genuinely hope this video, like, ends Danielle Cohn's career. That's gonna sound really messed up, but let me explain. If her career ends, she would be so much happier. I'm sure she's got the money to continue to live happily. She's been around for years now. She's done a lot of music, I believe. She probably has a lot of money. She's probably a millionaire. And I think her career ending would be so much better for her and her development as a teenager, as a kid, you know? I don't think this is healthy whatsoever, and her being out of the social media space would benefit her so much more.
Brands don't want to work with you
Brands don't want to work with her because she's a kid. That's why they don't want to work with her. It's so obvious.
It's like they ruined it for her for a couple of brands because of the hate page.
Mum just says money, 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 money. That's literally it. It's not, oh yeah, I kind of understand why people are concerned about my incredibly young daughter coming onto the internet and being exploited. It's not that. It's yeah, I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna lose money. It's kind of sus, guys. This is very sus. I just can't believe how much this woman does not care about her own daughter. It's mental.
TikTok room because they make assumptions or other people make assumptions, and then it keeps like those
We don't make assumptions. The father literally posted the birth certificate on the internet.
YouTube spill videos. Those people, they ruin a lot of stuff for a lot of people just because they need their clout, so they use the name. Just like they started a video saying Danielle Cohn made it OnlyFans, her mom made her do it.
Well, if Danielle Cohn did do that, that's a horrible thing and that should be spoken about. But I don't think that did happen because I think OnlyFans do regulate like that sort of stuff. But either way, if she did do that, I would expect channels to cover it because she's literally underage and you are her guardian. I don't understand why this woman is acting like the Danielle Cohn is this like 25-year-old woman. Like, she's not. You're her guardian. A guardian is meant to guard the person who they're a guardian over. It's so simple. Why are you playing the
ruining
victim?
her, like, because the company she was just working with said, why did she make an OnlyFans? She didn't make an OnlyFans.
I'm glad.
You know, and it's so messed up that they...
She shouldn't even know what that is. Danielle Cohn should not know what OnlyFans is at that age. I mean, I know it's impossible to stop kids from knowing what these things are, but I mean, in a good world, she shouldn't know what that is.
They start all these lies and all these rumors, and people actually believe it. But people feed off of the drama and the negativity. That's
No, people just want the best for this girl, man. Shut up.
what they want. That's the only...
You know, if there's one thing I'm going to give Michael credit for, is he has inadvertently exposed this woman even more for how much of a terrible person she actually is. Like, this is actually mental.
Time you see stuff go viral and good is when it's drama or negativity. I remember when Musical.ly was a thing and Danny was in love with Lauren Gray and she was Lauren Beach then. And, you know, Danny wasn't famous, but Danny was like, oh, she's so beautiful, you know, I'm so happy for her, I wish I could be her one day. Nothing negative said about her. Now TikTok, it's all negative. Oh, that person's ugly, that person's fat.
Yeah, because she wasn't a famous kid being exploited at that point, I'm pretty sure. I mean, she might have been a little bit famous at that point, but I don't think she was famous to the point she is now, of where people are actually like, oh, everyone knows that this person is being massively exploited. Like, Danielle Cohn, the whole thing, 99% of people are against her because it's obviously a terrible situation where people just want the best for her. And sadly, that is going to create negativity in her comment section. And that may affect her mentally. And you as the parent should be responsible there and take her phone away from her and say, hey, you should go to school. You should go live a normal teenage life. You should go hang out with your real life friends and not 18-year-old, 17-year-old influencers. Like, that's what you should do as the responsible adult.
That person doesn't deserve it.
Bro, at 14 years old, I mean, yeah, again, she may not be that age, but at 14 years old, I was going to say I was playing Assassin's Creed. That's probably not like a good thing because that's an 18+ game. But, you know, that's better than what she was doing. Let her play Assassin's Creed, you know? Let her do something that kids do. Let her go, I don't know, play with her friends or something. Not this.
Go back to where everybody just says, congrats, or they just work harder.
Assassin's Creed was the jam.
You know, anybody
Yes,
can
it was.
do
Assassin's
it.
Creed 2
You
and
just gotta
Brotherhood,
put your
go.
time into it. Instead of sitting behind a screen being negative, just be positive and believe in yourself.
This is just clear emotional blackmail, and I'm pretty sure this is what all of this thing is, this whole documentary. I'm not sure if it was intentional. I guess he's trying to get some form of scoop, the raw footage as it says there. So, like, I'll play like devil's advocate and say maybe there was some good intentions here, which I don't think there was, because to be honest, I think he's not pressing her on these things. If there was good intentions, he could press her and say, hey, I don't think what you're doing is good. I think she's somewhat in danger and is clearly being exploited, and I don't think you are a good parent for allowing that. Overall, in this whole Danielle Cohn story, she's very much a victim. Like, that's the sad reality. And over the years, like, yeah, people have laughed, people have had goofs and gaffs and stuff like that. That, to be honest, it's not like a fun thing anymore. It's a case of this has just gone on for way too long, and I really hope that as she gets older, I really hope, and I kind of know that she will realize that looking back on what she was like at that young age, she will realize how bad it was and how terribly exploited she was by her own mother and by these grown-ups surrounding her, you know? And I'm going to conclude it by saying, I hope more people speak about this. Please share this, please like this and comment on this. Just get it into the algorithm. Or if you don't want to do that, just go and speak about this yourself, you know? Just go speak about this on your own social media platform, because I think it needs to be spoken about. But yeah, thanks for coming along, everybody. I know this was a bit more serious one, and also if I do feel a bit depleted, it's because I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks, so I'm a bit tired and I don't have my full stream energy. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.